her boyfriend.
The questions that they asked focused on where was I the night before, what had I been doing.
Looking at you as a possible suspect?
It didn't really occur to me that that was what they were doing. I just thought they were asking for information.
Chuck told the detective that before Jamie was killed, he hadn't seen her for 2 days. On the night of the murder, he said he was at home.
I was playing computer games like a good nerd.
Did you have anyone there to corroborate your alibi?
I think my roommates were there, but they were both asleep. I had nobody right there sitting there with me.
So the boyfriend's alibi wasn't solid. And as they spoke, the detective was looking carefully for signs he might be hiding something.
He was cooperative, apprehensive. He said everything was fine in their relationship.
The detective asked Chuck for DNA, and he said yes. And when they asked him for a polygraph, he agreed to that too. But here's the thing with that last part, the polygraph.
Failed the test.
That's a bad sign for you, right?
That's a bad sign for him, yes.
He said yes.
It didn't tell you that he's guilty, but he was a very strong person of interest.
And what's more, the detective had been speaking with Jamie's friends who said the relationship wasn't fine. In fact, the couple had a fight and were on the verge of a breakup, all of which just led to more questions.
Basically, he went over every aspect of the relationship, just questioned him on his whereabouts, tried to get him to confess.
And if a failed polygraph wasn't suspicious enough, then listen to what the detective says Chuck told him next.
He said he had done some bad things, and his whereabouts wouldn't tell us what.
Did you look him in the eyes and say, is one of those bad things killing Jamie Hart?
I did. He denied it. At that point in time, I really thought he could be our killer.
And the more you started to think that he was the killer, how does he react to that?
He's very nervous. He just acted like as if he was guilty.
Chuck was free to go, but as authorities waited for his DNA to be processed, the detective developed a theory of the crime that made sense to him.
He was in love with her.
So the boyfriend, a likely suspect, was in the crosshairs, but when the DNA results came back,
The DNA was not a match.
So were you able to rule out Chuck Cruz then, once you got that DNA check?
I didn't rule him out completely, no.
That was enough for you with the friend who she was with the night before. You ruled him out after you got the DNA, correct?
I did. The other guy wasn't her boyfriend. He hadn't flunked polygraphs. He wasn't in a bad relationship with her. Chuck was.
But they didn't arrest Chuck. Months went by, and the detective kept investigating him. Authorities seized his computer, searched his car. All the while, Chuck was saying they were looking at the wrong guy.
There's a lot of people that won't confess to a murder for obvious reasons. At that point, he was a strong person of interest, but I still didn't know if he was my killer, so we continued the search.
The investigation dragged on. Life for the students on campus began to go back to normal. When police were called to the scene of one house party, it wasn't because of noise or underage drinking. Another woman was in a fight for her life. Months went by.
Coming up, a student at a party ends up a prisoner in a stranger's apartment.
I scream as loud as I can, and then immediately he grabs me and starts choking me again.
When Dateline continues.
At that point, he was a person of...
Hey, I'm Hallie, and we are coming on the air tonight.
Hallie Jackson Now, weekdays at 5 on NBC News Now.